Willful, deliberate, premeditated.
Now, welcome back to my channel. I want to tell you about Robert Tellis. Robert Tellis was involved in a case that actually shocked the community. He was a former Las Vegas, Nevada politician who has now been sentenced to life in prison for the unaliving of Jeff German. Now, Jeff was a well known investigative reporter in Las Vegas. This story is really tragic, and I'm bringing it to you just because it reveals how a well respected public figure, his whole life and community, really took a dark turn. This led to a crime that people are kind of left scratching their heads about. So, to give you some insights, this story started back in 2022, September actually, when Jeff was found unalived outside of his home. He had been brutally stabbed by someone. At that time, it was unknown. Jeff was known for his kind of fearless reporting. He often uncovered corruption and the wrongdoings in Las Vegas. So he kind of made a name for himself, as well as kind of made some enemies. So Tellis was one of Clark County's public administrators. He had been the subject of several articles by Jeff German. So the articles exposed problems in Tellis's office, including a claim that there was a toxic work environment. He had inappropriate relationships with a staff member, which was also uncovered by Jeff German. The negative publicity from these reports contributed to Tellis losing his bid for re-election in 2022. So this was a big deal for Robert Tellis. On the day of the unaliving, Tellis was angry and desperate, and he disguised himself and waited outside of Jeff German's home. When Jeff got there, when he arrived, Tellis attacked him and left him there to die unalive for his injuries. The evidence against Tellis was overwhelming because there was video footage, there was DNA under German's fingernails, and then there were other clues that all pointed back to Tellis as the person who committed this crime. Despite all of this evidence now, Robert Tellis chose to represent himself in court. He denied the charges and even claimed that a conspiracy was behind the murder, saying that others had framed him. But no, the jury saw past through that. They didn't believe his story one bit. After deliberating, they found him guilty of first-degree murder, describing the crimes as willful, deliberate, and premeditated. Listen in.
For the reading of the verdict.
District Court, Clark County, Nevada, State of Nevada, Plaintiff versus Robert Tellis, Defendant, Case Number C-368935, Department Number 12, Verdict. We, the jury in the above entitled case, find the defendant, Robert Tellis, as follows. Murder with use of a deadly weapon, victim 60 years of age or older. Guilty of first-degree murder with use of a deadly weapon, victim 60 years of age or older. Special verdict. The jury unanimously finds the murder willful, deliberate, and premeditated. The jury unanimously finds the murder was committed by means of lying in wait. The jury unanimously finds the murder was committed by means of elder abuse. Guilty of first-degree murder with use of a deadly weapon. Special verdict. The jury unanimously finds the murder willful, deliberate, premeditated.
I want to say that the sentencing phase of this trial was very emotional. Jeff German's family spoke, and the deep pain his death had caused them was really evident in their speech. Tellis's mother also spoke. Now, she pled with the jury to show mercy so her son could one day be released on parole. Unfortunately, Jeff German's family will never have that as even an option. In the end, the jury sentenced Robert Tellis to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 20 years. Wow. This case is a tragic reminder of the risk that journalists face each day when they expose the truth. Jeff German was unalive for simply doing his job, holding a public official accountable. His unaliving is a great loss to his family, to his friends, and the entire community. So while the verdict did bring some justice, it cannot do, or rather undo, the tragedy that occurred. Thank you for listening in as always. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video. As always, Crime Squad, it is a joy and a privilege to bring you this Crime Squad coffee. That's it for today, but please drop down in the comments to connect with our Crime Squad community. And for anyone new here, please subscribe to the channel, give us a happy thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next video.